guys, so in today's video I want to show you how to get the best possible FPS in Valorant. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, you're going to need to download my FPS pack, link down below in the description. Make sure to download it and extract it with WinRAR or any other extractor and click start. You need to create a restore point, double click on it, click read, and you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it click create, let it load up. See, done, it's done. So click close. Okay, now install apps you don't need. It's basically optional option. What you're going to need to do is look up through this list and uninstall anything that you don't want, like sticky notes. Who uses that? So install it and just look up through this list and install anything you don't want that is sitting in your PC, like doing nothing, useless. You don't want that. Now let's go start the apps. So what these apps are, they're basically running as soon as your PC starts up, so it will cause some issues. Your PC will load up slower, and there will be apps. These apps will be running at your background, maybe without you even knowing. So let's disable anything we don't need. I have it already disabled. I need Spotify, Steam, etc. So disable anything you don't need. C3 notification, okay, Steam, disable, and exit out of it. Outrun basically does the same thing, it's just a bit more advanced. So you just do the same one, check things you don't need, so to make sure that it's not running onto the boot up. Now for the fifth option, this is very important, so listen up. Disable UC, so double click on it, yes, okay. Now what you're going to need to do is restart your PC and then come back to this video. If you don't do this, some of the tweaks that you're going to do might not work for you and you're just gonna screw up. Yeah, so restart your PC, come back to the video, and so once you restarted your PC, double click on turn off Windows updates. This will turn off your updates that Windows basically can, I don't know, these updates are running for you in the background and can impact your performance, so we don't need that when our jet is bottom fragging. So press any key to continue once it's done. Now let's go to the second option, distribute tweaks. So just double click on it, see, done, continue. Now let's go to register tweaks, double click, yes, okay. This will basically help your FPS and input delay, and these are very good tweaks. Let's go to number 3, Windows settings. Just double click on it, yes, okay. This will optimize every single Windows setting that you will ever need for you, so you don't have to go through it manually. It's a very good setting. Shout out to Adam for making this script and setting, register. So his channel link will be in the description, so make sure to check him out. Now control panel, let's go change sound settings. Look up for your headset, I don't know, speakers, like click properties, enhancements. Make sure disable all enhancements is enabled. You don't want to run on them, like these things can cause stutters, input lag, etc. So just disable it, apply. Here, me mouse acceleration, so double click on it, and you know what the setting does, it screws up your aim. You don't want that. Uncheck it, make sure it's unchecked, click apply. Okay, now M2 mark receive Windows 10 mouse fix, double click on it, yes, continue. Performance options, so if you have really trash PC, check adjust for best performance, but For visual settings, I would like to keep smooth edges of skin fonts enabled, show windows contents while dragging, and show thumbnails instead of icons enabled, because basically they just keep my icons and their names smoother, so I like that a lot. But ideally you should choose it just for best performance. Click apply and then okay. Now let's go to power plans. These power plans are made by Adamix, so check him out guys, he's a really good guy. Click import Adamix power plan, click on tune, click delete other power plans, click on tune. If by any reason you want them back, just run this, double click and run this, and it will be back. See, okay. Now let's go to GPU. If you, in my case I have NVIDIA GPU, if you have any other GPU, let's say Intel GPU, you run those, and you test those two. Use at your own risk, test those two, but ideally you should run those. Okay, so for AMD you should run those, and those you need to look up for how old your driver is. If it's older version, you run this. If it's newer, you run this. Optional, try this, use at your own risk. If you want to test them, let's go, do it. Okay, so for my NVIDIA guys, so what you're going to do is open NVIDIA Inspector as admin and import this Cat Gamer OP. His channel will be down in the description. Really good tweaker, make sure to check him out. Has some real nice guidance as well. So drag his profile into Inspector, click OK, click apply. Now delete NVIDIA Telemetry, run as admin, done. NVIDIA Experience, double click it, yes, okay. NVIDIA Telemetry, double click it. Network tweaks, reset network. I don't usually use this because I don't run into any problems, but if you happen to run into any problems, use this. It will reset your network and all your problems will be gone. So let's go to QRS for games. Make sure to use this after you have your games installed. So run as admin, and we are going to write our game name. So in this case, our game is Valorant. Valorant. Let's go to SPC. We want to search for the executable for Valorant. Local disk, Riot Games, Valorant, live, shooter game, binary, Win64. Click one time the executable, click open. Yes, yes, and no. Press any key. Now for these two settings, ideally you should choose disable one because it has no buffer bloat, but you can also test the normal one. So let's double click the disable one. I think you should run this as admin as well, but yeah. Now let's go mouse and keyboard. Run this as admin. Let it load up. Okay, done. Now you see you have many different options here. So our default one is 100 decimals, and ideally we should choose 25 one because it's the most optimal one and it has like the most optimal performance. You shouldn't go below 15 because it might screw up your keyboard and mouse. It might start lagging or something like that. So let's go 25. Yes, okay. Keyboard, same thing, 25. Yes, okay. Now Defender control. If you already have it disabled, just go Task Manager. Look up for anti-malware executable. If you can't find it, that means disabled. You can just skip these steps, you don't need it. But if you happen to found it somewhere, you can download the control. You can download it in the pack, or you can just copy paste this link. It will download it. Password, by the way, store them. Let's go. Run as admin and disable Windows Defender. Trust me, this will improve your performance drastically, and Windows Defender is pretty poo-poo anyways, so you don't need it. So
that was it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you happen to like it, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what should I do for the next one.